Welcome to the show today. We start off with some excited celebration for reaching the 100th day of school.
What day is it again today?
100 days!
Then we get to honor and award an outstanding human and teacher at Harwell Elementary.
I feel so much love from my students and my previous students, because I've had previous students that were standing here that are already adults that have their own kids in our school system.
After, we get to CTE month and see some of the packages our team made to represent it.
I think this one's special because the whole class collectively agrees that this is a fun thing that we enjoy doing, which is really hard for teenagers, I think, to agree on something.
Then we step into the memorial of Willie McCool, commemorating the memory of Lubbock's astronaut.
And after our step, we take a leap into the water with our swimming and diving teams as they compete.
So stay tuned as we start up the 19th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
Hello, and welcome to the 19th episode of Lubbock ISD Today. I am Aubrey Noble. She is Alana Patrick.
We have a lot to share with you, so we're glad you're here.
That's right. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Students across the Lubbock ISD area celebrated the 100th day of school. This past Thursday at Bayless Elementary, their pre-K students dressed up and had various ways to celebrate. Being 100 days smarter, such a fun time, honor tradition that students take part in every year.
Sticking at our elementary schools, Senator Charles Perry recently visited the home of the Harwell Superstars to surprise one of their superstar teachers. Mrs. Garcia Cano, one of the first grade dual language teachers, was presented the Outstanding Teachers of Humanities Award in the front of the entire school. This was a special moment for this one-of-a-kind teacher at Harwell.
I am very blessed to be recognized. There were so many people that are great educators that have the opportunity to get this award, but luckily I'm the one that was blessed with it, and I have a great support system here in my school with great educators, great parents, and great students that help me.
Congrats to her, and just yesterday, our astronauts from William McCool Academy learned the history of the 2003 U.S. Space Shuttle Columbia catastrophe and honored the man that their school was named after. The students honored them by creating new patches that will be voted on by Commander McCool parents. The winner of the patch design will have their patches on next year's school t-shirts.
Staying at McCool, last month was School Board Appreciation Month, and so the astronauts ended January by learning how to analyze what the school board does, but most importantly, taking time to say thanks. Our school board members gave up their time and volunteered to help make our district great. So what is important to the astronauts to teach? The foundation of the school district?
Well, I think it's really important that our kids know who makes decisions for them, because eventually they're going to be at an age where they have the opportunity to become those people, and giving them an opportunity to explore what that's like now and seeing what these people do is super important, because hopefully one day they're going to take that role and they'll be able to make really well planned out decisions for the school district as well.
She's right. Learning who makes decisions is very important.
I agree. Hey Aubrey, did you know February is Career and Technical Education Month?
I did. We were tasked to do 17 stories over the very many classes that the CTE does. And today, we get to show off some of the projects we did.
Let's start off with Brandon Ford as he takes us to Estacado.
Like every high school in our district, Estacado has excellent career and technical education classes.
Okay, I teach forensics science here at Estacado High School.
If only I can open it.
These CTE classes are all about hands-on learning, giving students the tools that they need for an excellent career.
Today we started our unit on learning how to dust fingerprints like we would at a crime scene.
I think this one's special because the whole class collectively agrees that this is a fun thing that we enjoy doing, which is really hard for teenagers, I think, to agree on something. But we learn something new basically every day.
If you want to take an engaging and exciting class like this, talk to your counselor today and have a happy CTE month.
Now that class looks like a lot of fun, and really, all of our CTE classes share that they are engaging, hands-on, and again, fun.
Which brings us a lot of excitement for our next story. As Dilly Trevino is about to share with us, our elementary students are already thinking about their future in Lubbock ISD.
When I grow up, I want to be a zookeeper so I can take care of animals.
I want to be a heart surgeon. I love how the heart operates.
A lot harder than it looks, isn't it?
I would like to be a doctor because I can help people.
I would like to be a marine biologist when I grow up.
I want to be a lawyer.
I'm going to get an education.
I'm going to get an education.
Going to medical school.
And I'll get my degree.
Great work by Dilly. We have more CTE month videos on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today very soon.
But before that, let's debut our newest segment with reporter that told the last story, Julie Trevino. Take it away.
Thanks so much. Welcome to our newest segment on this show called Social Media Today, where we spotlight some of the great things our campuses post on social media. So let's get right into it. Beautiful weather means pre-K students at Whiteside Elementary School were out measuring the length of dinosaurs. That looks like so much fun. I love dinosaurs. And over at Huntington Elementary School, the Bears celebrated 100 days of school with some amazing pre-K students. Mil Gracias second graders from Ramirez Elementary School donated 283 cans of tuna to our local food bank. Great work by our Rams. The Monterey mock trial team is headed back to state after going undefeated through regionals and defeating other powerful programs. Excitement is beaming with that team. Congrats! And of course, we are celebrating and paying tribute to generations of African Americans and their roles throughout U.S. history all February long. And that's our first look at Social Media Today. We will be back with round 2, but until then, let's send it back to our amazing team at the desk. See ya.
I think I'm gonna like this new segment, Aubrey.
Honestly, me too, Alana. It's good to get more aware of the online presence of our area.
That's right, and we're happy to do it.
Agreed, but we'll have to take a quick break. So, coming right up, soon we head over to Gameplay with Sierra. We have a new team in town and we're excited to cover them.
But first, we share a story of a student that became a teacher because of our CTE classes.
Yep, so stay tuned and we'll be right back after this short break.
LISD TV will return after this short break.
Every week here at this station we have special days, like Friday is show day. But Tuesdays have taken on its own special meaning.
All right, everyone, get a tie. It's Tie Tuesday.
Mr. Ward is all about teaching life skills, but for some students, it gets them all tied up in knots. While for others, it's gotten a little excessive.
I started a tie collection, but things got a little excessive.
Hey, that is tie-rific.
These puns are terrible, but at least we're ready for our future interviews.
With Lubbock ISD TV, our fans can always check out the highlights of all of our shows and sports broadcasts by following our social media. Superfans can even get more access by watching live streams, video on demand, and more on our website and the Lubbock ISD YouTube channel. And for the fanatics who still can't get enough of Lubbock ISD TV, we have uncut footage of Rainin punching buttons on the director's board just for you. Keep up to date with all the things Lubbock ISD TV on all of our platforms.
Wait, how long have you been here?
In the 5th and 6th period second year class, we all have nicknames. Except Sierra. And believe me, we've really tried.
How about Cece's?
Nope.
Or just sleepy.
How about Siesta?
That's rude. What? Sometimes it makes things a little bit awkward.
Boys and Angels?
Captain.
Abraham?
Captain.
LeBron?
Captain.
Flash?
Captain.
Trina?
Captain.
J-Dub?
Captain.
2 words?
Captain.
Sierra?
You know, hopefully someday we'll find the right nickname.
Daydreamer.
No.
Hello and welcome back to the 19th episode of Lubbock ISD Today. At the desk, we have Alana Patrick and myself, Aubrey Noble. Weather with Elena Lucero. Sports with Sierra Davila. Tuned in with Diego Molinar. And our new segment, Social Media Today, with Dilly Trevino. Now, back to the desk as we continue the 19th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
Welcome back. Glad to see you're still here.
Yeah, and just in time for us to show you more of what we have in store for today.
We pick up right where we left off with a few more CTE month videos.
Up first, Hannah Gilchrist shares a story of a former student that is now using her skills to teach the next generation.
I started my sophomore year, so that was 2015. I started with the welding program.
From Emily, the high school welder, to Miss Munoz, the welding instructor, Miss Munoz proves the power that CTE programs can have on students who attend the ATC after she accepted a teaching position in 2021.
You know, we kept contact there, like we're family in there, so that's the main thing. They kept contact with me and they ended up calling me. I prayed about it and it's a good plan. God's put me in a good place.
The ATC provided Emily the opportunity to explore and specialize in the field of her choice, later providing Miss Munoz a career to further pursue this opportunity. Similar to Miss Munoz, students in LISD, you should take advantage of the CTE programs available for you because they will help you succeed.
This is open-minded. You know, I teach, but I also learn at the same time with my students. That's the best thing about it. It's a playground every day and I love it.
So cool to see Miss Munoz sharing her skills that she learned here in career technical education.
Absolutely. But now let's go from a CTE graduate to our future.
Have you ever wondered what next generation will want to be whenever they grow up? Our very own Alana Patrick here went to the newest elementary school to find out.
This CTE month, we are focusing on our future generation. So we asked the home of the Broncos what they want to be when they grow up.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher. A teacher. A teacher. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a Spanish teacher to teach kids how to read. So I can teach the kids and go to college and graduate. I just think I would be a great teacher. A doctor. A doctor. People deserve to have medical health.
A vet. I love animals and I like to help them sometimes. I want to be a reporter. I like writing a lot of essays, and so I feel like if I put my work into my essays, I can put that on paper and report it to everybody.
And you know, Aubrey, Mr. Ward drove me to that campus to cover the story. And when he heard the student say that she wanted to be a reporter, the smile on his face was so big you wouldn't believe it.
Honestly, knowing him, I bet it. Now, I hope that everybody enjoyed our first round of CTE month stories. We'll have plenty more all month long right here on Lubbock ISD Today.
And I can't wait to see the rest. But until then, let's toss it back to Dilly as he takes us to our district social media posts. Dilly?
Absolutely, and welcome back into round 2 of Social Media Today as we continue to go around the district showcasing some amazing things that's been posted on social media. At Nat Williams, the kindergarten students had a fun-filled day celebrating being 100 days brighter. They even had special guest Zero the Hero dropped with some zeros. Donuts for the students. At Miller, their all-pro dads met to talk about dependability. And it was a great morning for our students and their dads. Shout out to Market Street for donating burritos. I love Market Street burritos. Wednesday, networking lessons once again were focused on building collaborations at McCool Academy. As the astronauts were teamed up with used one pen with many strings to write words together. Evans Choir Solo and Ensemble had a great weekend. All students performed well, but the Eagles had 42 students take home medals for superior performances. That's amazing. Lubbock High hosted 30 dance teams this past weekend for the West Texas Dance Classic. The Gold Dust Palm finished 3rd and will compete again in Dallas in just a few weeks. And finally, mark your calendars because we are set for 39th annual String Fling. Our high school students and middle school students are eager to perform and showcase their skills on February 7th at the prestigious Buddy Holly Hall. And that's your look at social media today. Have you guys ever been to String Fling? I hear it's a super huge deal.
You know, I haven't been, but I hear it's a night full of our students showcasing their talent.
Absolutely. Now, let's toss it over to Diego Molinar as he tunes us in with the events from around the world. Diego?
Well, Alana and Aubrey, I hope you are ready because we have a great tuned in store. Starting out with the house, on the market for just $1, but there's always a catch. The homes are in need of major repair or they're a complete teardown. The program in Newark is a way to add more local homeowners to the city. And on Monday, 7 winners were selected in the lottery. The winners pre-qualified last year, but will still need to borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix up the homes. Told you there was always a catch. And a rapid response to a vehicle fire temporarily turned the Indiana Interstate into a surreal roadside circus. Grant County Sheriff deputies responded to a trailer truck on fire, only to learn it was carrying nearly a dozen exotic animals from a nearby circus. After the driver was secured, deputies safely removed 5 zebras, 4 camels, and a miniature horse, turning the circus show on the road to a circus show on the road. Managing both the fire and the exotic mobile carrier forced officials to shut down part of the interstate for a spell. But on the bright side, everyone is okay, and the deputies even got a chance to pose for some pics. Say cheese. Here's another exotic animal gathering. Hundreds of manatees were caught on camera packed into a marine wildlife refuge in Florida. Reportedly, the only of its kind in the world. Experts suggest recent mass migrations to inland waterways could be due to the mammals seeking warmer waters amidst the chilly weather. A group of deep-sea explorers say a sonar image captured in the middle of the Pacific Ocean may reveal Amelia Earhart's long-lost final flight. Using cutting-edge sonar imaging tech, the South Carolina-based Deep Sea Vision team scanned more than 5,000 square miles of ocean floor before capturing an image showing an anomaly more than 16,000 feet underwater. That matches the size and features of the Lockheed 10B Electra Earhart was piloting when the Pioneer Aviator went missing nearly 87 years ago.
Stabilizers in the back are very clear on the sonar image, and those were very distinctive of Amelia Earhart's aircraft.
At this point, the findings are still speculative, but have already attracted the attention of prominent aviation experts, including the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, which says the intriguing findings warrant a return expedition. The Deep Sea Vision team hopes more information could help them bring closure to one of American history's greatest mysteries. Another shocking discovery at sea. This one captured from the deck of a Carnival cruise ship. A pair of kayakers were rescued by the ship off of the coast of Mexico. After they say their boat sank and they were forced to take refuge in the tiny vessel. Luckily, they were spotted by a passing pleasure cruise, which diverted to rescue the marooned pair. The men were evaluated by the ship's medical staff and given food, and were later handed off to the Mexican Navy before the cruise ship continued on its merry way. And that's your look at Tuned In. I think the craziest story this week was the possible Earhart plane or the roadside circus. What about you?
Thank you so much, Diego. Tuned In is an amazing segment.
It really is. Now with how warm it's been lately, it seems like we skipped February this year. But Elena is here with the updated forecast.
So, take it away, Elena.
Thanks, Alana and Aubrey, and you're both right. Recently, we've been experiencing warmer weather than we have been this past couple weeks. But for today, this morning, we didn't have much rain, but we still had a little bit. And right now, we're sitting at about 68 degrees with lots of clouds. And tonight, we're looking at a cloudy sky with a low of about 40. However, as we roll into this weekend, we can say goodbye to the chance of rain and hello to the wind. We may have gusts up to 25 miles per hour on Saturday. With all the warm weather, it might bring some spring allergies along for the ride. As the clouds begin to part, we will be having a mostly sunny Sunday. Some are saying it feels like we skipped February and right into March, just like Alana said. But it's perfect for our running, for our track teams. Yesterday, all our track athletes were breaking out the tank tops and shorts. And as we get into this week, it looks to be much of the same, with lows in the upper 30s. No freezing temperatures this week, and each day will swing right on up into the 60s in the afternoon. Jackets in the mornings and short sleeves in the afternoon seem to be the style for this forecast. Midweek, the clouds come back, especially on Wednesday, but with only a slight chance for drizzles on Thursday. Winds will stay high at almost 20 miles an hour for most of this week. This is only the beginning as we look ahead towards the intense spring winds on the South Plains. Overall, I'd like to say the worst of the cold is behind us, but here in Lubbock, you can never really tell. Am I right?
That's the truth. I'm wearing so many layers every day.
The weather here is definitely something else, but it should be fun to get an opportunity to go outside some more.
Of course, and still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we take time out with Mr. Ward as he talks about us and CTE Month. I'm a little nervous to hear what he has to say.
Right, but first we head on over to gameplay. We've got a lot going on for our swimmers and divers, so stay locked in as we lock in to the 19th episode of Lubbock ISD Today right after this.
When it comes to voice acting, it's pretty clear that Aubrey's dedicated. I mean, he has his own warm-up routine.
Me me ma me moo, me me ma me moo. Me me ma me moo.
Keeps practicing, like a lot.
If you froze your Thanksgiving leftovers, then you're probably good. Welcome to the next episode of this show. The USDA says frozen food stays safe indefinitely.
We get it, Aubrey.
Sorry.
Do you think it's gonna rain tomorrow?
Today at the desk, Sierra Davila. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, at Lubbock ISD TV, I guess it's all for the cause.
This year we challenged our audio engineers to not be audio muters, but rather audio mixers. But we didn't know how much it was gonna change the job.
12% in. I was able to go live.
Yeah.
Watch out, we might have the next generation of audio engineers. Hello, and welcome into Gameplay. I'm Sierra Davila, a junior from Lubbock High School. In sports, they say that tough competition makes for tough teams, and we have a lot of competition to look forward to. This week, UIL realigned divisions for high school teams based on enrollment, and the Westerners from Lubbock High School have returned to the Class 5A Division I in football, and will play both Monterey and Coronado next season. Keeping it with our changing district landscape, after 2 years in 4A Division I, the Estacado Matadors will drop back down to 4A Division II. For the football schedule, the Matadors will have a bunch of familiar faces and one new rival in their district. In other big news, we've seen another accomplishment from one of the girls' #1 recruit of class 2021, our promising Monterey junior, Aaliyah Chavez. This week, Chavez nearly had quadruple double, but ended the night with a spectacular double against Abilene Cooper, scoring 39 points, 19 rebounds, 14 assists, and 7 steals. Congrats to her. In terms of other celebrations, it was a huge weekend for our swimming and diving teams. Lubbock High School swept the district championship last week, along with setting multiple meet records. Our other LISD teams were also extremely successful, and Coach Trey Hayes was honored as the coach of the meet. And in the 4A ranks, this weekend is the regional 3-4A swimming meet. Our Estacado girls teams will have another opportunity to break their 200 medley relay record. We're wishing them luck. And at Coronado, school flags are flying at the CHS color guard as they prepare to compete. They do it all during football season. But what are they doing during the rest of the year? Apparently, they stay really busy as they prepare and gear up for their big competition. That will take place in Dallas.
So we're traveling to Dallas at a competition called NTCA. A bunch of guards around Texas travel there and we all perform a show. This is our first month, so we're not completely done with our shows, but we're gonna try the best we can and get some sort of rating. I think competitions are so important in guard because it keeps us at a level of, I guess, integrity, or like it keeps us busy and it keeps us to a standard as being in color guard.
do some research, and they have a chance of competing all over the state.
That is pretty incredible.
It's always great to show all of our different sports in the district.
It really is. Thank you so much for covering sports, Sierra.
Of course.
And still to come on this 19th episode of Close the Show with Mr. Ward, and we take a time out.
And get an update on the weather. But first, we hope you enjoy more of our Lubbock ISD Today commercials.
Every holiday break, Alana's always in Vegas. And every time she comes back, there's something a little different about her.
Okay, we got a doubleheader tonight, a basketball game. Who's coming?
Ooh, I can't. I'm going to Vegas. I got 50 on Lincoln. Lincoln, 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 Lincoln!
We don't know at what point we should be concerned about her.
I can't lose money. Come on. No. Come on. No! I lost everything.
Gambling issue? You can get help. Call today.
Welcome back to the show. We're glad you decided to stick around.
Of course, that's right. But let's not take away the spotlight as we time out with Mr. Ward.
So let's see what he has for us today. Mr. Ward?
Well, on this week's rendition of Time Out with Mr. Ward, I time out to say a couple of things. First, congrats to all of y'all on making it past the 100th day of school. We've done so much that everyone would be proud of. And something that I'm proud of this week is how we are taking care of business in CTE month. You see, we were challenged by our career and technical education coordinators to tell stories on teachers, students, and classes that impact our campuses. And you see, CTE classes set up students for success. It challenges them to give real-world skills and options for rewarding careers. And with how fast the turnaround was on these stories that you saw today, our students, rather, your students, are practicing real-world skills for the media world. And I'm proud of that. Really am. And so make sure you come back next week as we continue to spotlight and shine a spotlight on CTE month, because in total, we'll have 17 stories that will play over the course of this month, only on Lubbock ISD Today. I'll send it back to our team at the desk.
We'll be looking forward to seeing the rest of the videos in this coming week.
Yes, we will. And another thing we can look towards too is the possibility of wind, right, Elena?
Well, let's take a look at the 7-day one more time. This weekend will be warm but windy. Saturday, expect clouds and winds up to 25 miles per hour. Sunday will be a great day to get out. Overall, it looks to be sunny. The wind will stick around, but with a temp of about 60. It may be a good time to get some exercise or spend time with friends and family outdoors.
Windy days for 5 out of 7 days. Spring-like weather is almost here.
I guess it is. And sadly, that's going to do it for today's show.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you stop by next week.
Be sure to check out our social media pages online and have a great week.
Technical Director, Sarah Rose. Audio Engineer, Jaden Lopez. Floor Director, James Pennington. Teleprompter Operator, Lincoln Oglesby. At the desk, we have Alana Patrick and myself, Aubrey Noble. Weather with Elena Lucero. Sports with Sierra Davila. Tuned in with Diego Molinar. And our new segment, Social Media Today with Dilly Trevino. And thank you, Miss Roop's first year class, for helping again with the show.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
You know, it's no secret that we are extremely lucky to have everything we do here at the Lubbock ISD TV. But we wanted to take a moment and pause to say thank you for watching student-produced television right here at the Lubbock ISD TV.